You want to know the difference between real genius and old genius? It's in the ways of adaptation, my friend. Okay, you can go with the old guard and you could do things in your old school football ways, or you could have your mind circulate a little bit. You can have the engines up there firing off at all cylinders. You take notes and you think how you're going to switch things up, and that, my friends, is the show of true genius. Thank you for checking us on out. Much appreciated. Tobin here with you. Got a brand new Porpoise pod out now. If you guys like this channel, mean a lot to me. If you guys could go support that, download it, subscribe to it, that would mean the world. But I am loving what I'm hearing out of Dolphins camp with this whole rearranging of the locker room. This takes a mad genius in Mike McDaniel. Too long have we been sitting by the cliques of linebackers over here, defensive linemen over here, offensive linemen over there. Although I bet they are stinky, so I would imagine that there's a reason you want to isolate them. But you want to know something? Everyone's going to have to get a whiff of Eichenberg if we're going to do this together, okay? That needs to be the message. And quite frankly, that seems like that is what the message is, because the Miami Dolphins have blended their locker room all over the place, position here over position there, offense, defense, boop, 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 everybody there together, coming together, ping pong table in the middle. Let's play a little pong. Let's get it going. Let's have some fun. Meanwhile, on the other side, in this corner over here, you have Bill Belichick fearing what he has coming his way. I've never heard of such a thing. You're coming to adapt to Florida? What are you, an iguana? Are you a Burmese python? Honestly, with the slick ways that he's been going, he may be part reptile. But the point is, Bill Belichick bringing his team to Palm Beach, Atlantic, of all places. I mean, could you get a more random college that you were going to bring to your team early? There is no time zone to adapt to. There is no jet lag that you have to get over. Their whole thing here is they want to get used to the heat, as if it's not hot right now in New England. It's a very strange thing for me, and it reeks of a couple of things. One, not confident that your team can handle the elements. Two, not confident really in the talents of your team. And three, looking for stroke of genius anywhere that he could find. Where can I put my paw prints all over the place? This man has gone so ego crazy since losing Tom Brady. It's very sad because you're seeing it all over the place. He puts a defensive guy as his offensive coordinator. He's got his son out there with his mullet and tongue wagging all over the place. And now he's taking his team to City Place down here in South Florida before they get their ass kicked by the Dolphins. It's really a sight to see. I've never seen anything quite like it. The greatness that is Bill Belichick is really going off in an embarrassing fashion. So to see what they're doing here, I don't get it. I mean, first of all, could you have picked a school farther away from the game you're going to play? Like, you might as well just stay in New England if you're going to go to Palm Beach, Atlantic, as opposed to Miami Gardens. What are we talking, like an hour and a half via bus here? Like, why don't you just take them to Disney World at that point, Bill? What the hell is the point of doing this? I don't understand. And second of all, if you think this is going to get Mac Jones in any way, shape, or form prepared for what's coming his way with Jalen Phillips and Landon Roberts, with Emmanuel Agba, with Javon Holland, with what the whole crew is going to do to him, wreck him in his sleep. If you think that this is going to have any kind of effect, you're sorely mistaken, my friend. You might as well have done a genius move. You might want to copy notes. You might want to copy off the paper of one Mike McDaniel. He went to Yale, by the way. You might want to copy off his paper and just blend the locker rooms together. I don't know. Maybe bring in Van Noy for the 9th time, and that'll get things solved for you. Far be it from me to judge a guy who has as many championships as you, but man, it seems like you're losing your marbles. Meanwhile, the other piece of big news out of Dolphins land is the captaincy. The captaincy has been decided, and let me just say, once again, this is how you captain, okay? You go out there and you have people that you actually care about that can actually perform on the field. This thing made no sense last year. It never made sense to me in the first place with what they were doing and what they were putting forth. I mean, if you're going to get any clearer that Brian Flores was not a fan of Tua Tagovailoa, then I don't know what to tell you. But this whole thing breaking down last year, here were your captains. Jesse Davis, not here. Clayton Fendulum, Mac Hollins, TikToker, and Jason McCourty, Brian Flores' BFF. And Landon Roberts was still there. He's good people. In fact, the only one to keep his reign from year to year, Landon Roberts back in the captaincy. along with Teron Armstead, along with Christian Wilkins, along with Xavier Howard, along with Tyreek Hill, who Mike McDaniel has been raving about his leadership and everything that he's brought to the table from that standpoint, has challenged him to be more of a leader and has gotten that from him. And now he gets the distinction of being a captain for this Miami Dolphins team. This one was huge, obviously. Javon Holland, 22 years old. He gets to wear the C this year. And I think everybody knows that this guy has special written all over him. Again, another one that makes a ton of sense as to why you want them as your captain. But obviously, the big headline here, Tua Tagovailoa is one of your Miami Dolphins captains, which is a long time coming. Was stupid that he wasn't one last year. Became a whole to-do. It was like they were really looking for what other controversies can we find to really to really belittle our quarterback last year. Let's not make him a captain. Let's look for his replacement all year. Let's not endorse him in public. Let's do every single step we can to kill the confidence of this man, to smother it out. And now everything, it's been said time and time and time again. But once again, let's take an elevator to Upliftville as Tua Tagovailoa now gets to wear the C this year for the Miami Dolphins. And by the way, this is how you should do captains. The people who are really going to be there in the nitty-gritty when it really matters. Not a rah-rah speech or a fun TikTok about a Rubik's Cube. No, you actually go out there, you go and perform. People who are going to be your big-time players for your team. Those are the people who should be the captains. Not the worst offensive lineman in the league. All right? Not an over-the-hill DB. Not a guy who's funny on the internet. No. This is who should be your captains every which way. This is how you captain, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? And this is Mike McDaniel, once again, planting his flag in the ground and letting people know things are going to be different in Dolphins land. And you love it. Everybody's got goosies galore. Super excited for week 1 when the New England Patriots roll into town from their West Palm Beach vacation. And by the way, Bill, I'll just let you know right now, dude. Like, don't think your players aren't going to party on Clematis Street. Like, it's underrated, man. So I would just say tread lightly with just thinking they're going to go over to the Cheesecake Factory in City Place, because place can get hopping around here. All right. And I'm not just talking about the Sloan's ice cream that's over there either, although that is delicious. So if it were me, I would just, keep an eye on the curfew there. Keep a watchful eye out there, because you might be on a one-way town to seeing your team out there partying their ass off in the water fountains. Just saying. Keep an eye on it, dude. The other news today that was important for your Miami Dolphins was in regards to Jalen Waddle, and that is that Mike McDaniel is saying he is very, very confident that he is going to be ready for week 1. So all those nerves kind of got shook off a little bit, which was good to see, because he gets soft tissue rumors and rumblings, and he hasn't played in a while, and you want to see him start ramping up a little bit. He's going to be such an important piece for this Dolphins offense. To see that Jalen Waddle seems like, or the coach is confident that he's going to be ready to go, did put me at ease a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I said on the Porpoise Pod, I was not concerned. I was a step away from nervous, and everybody knows that nervous is a step away from concern. So I would say I was 2 steps away from concerned if I'm evaluating where I am with all of this stuff. But I love seeing the idea of this team's camaraderie. A big part of this is camaraderie, and it seems like they got this all kind of working together. Not this offense versus defense thing. Not a one-sided football team. Mike McDaniel doing the great uniter. What did he say today? He says that his favorite play, his favorite position was not even on offense. His favorite position is defensive end, and that if he had his way, he'd tell Chris Greer to draft one every year. And so, I mean, how do you not like that? That he's got, defense and the kind of havoc that they can wreak at all times. And how does that not make you feel good if you're somebody like Jalen Phillips? Well, I mean, aside from the fact that he's going to try and convince Chris Greer to draft a replacement every year, he won't need to do that. Jalen Phillips is going to show him with a monster year. After he eats Mac Jones for lunch and packs a little side for the for leftovers for the next time around, he's going to realize, well, I guess I don't really have to do that every single year. But it is good to know that he will be in a spot where he does think about it, and that he does like the idea of, you know what? This is the position I love. This is the position that I like, and it makes me very, very happy. Very exciting, man. I love seeing all this stuff that came out. Imagine having Jesse Davis as a captain. Captain of what? Injuring players? What are we talking about here? So good on this team. Oh, what a concept. I'm going to have my best receiver, best cornerback, best defensive back, best offensive lineman, my quarterback, all together, linebacker, got the whole squad there, and I've decided these are going to be who my captains are. The players are like, who we should go with is we go with our best players. Not somebody who gives some rah-rah speech and really rallies the troops there. So dumb. Anywho, very, very happy to see it.